Hey there, welcome. Tonight, I saw some guesses out there. I think I saw Switzerland, which was a fantastic guess. We're actually, though, in Austria. And this is a country that I've wanted to go for a very, very, very long time. And oddly, I want to go in winter because it just looks absolutely gorgeous. I don't know where this is in Austria. I just looked up Austria in winter, and this is one of the ones I got. I think it's a little blurry though, but anyway, that's where we are. So welcome everybody. The other day we did what did we do last time? Was it a winter? How did I already forget? I think it was a winter card. It was 2 days ago. So much has happened in the last 2 days. Anyway, I'm kind of stuck with that theme again, and we're going to do something in winter again. I don't know why. So I hope you guys had a fantastic last couple of days. It's been very, very busy here because we have so many things in the hopper. I had put a quote out there. Somebody had said, what's it going to be? And I said, what's it going to be, boy? What's it going to be? And then I said to my husband, I said to Alan, do you have any idea what that's from? What line that is? And he's like, I have no idea. And it's actually from an old Meatloaf song, which was one of my favorites. And he looked at me funny and I said, no, not a song about meatloaf.
Because I can't have the onions.
So anyway, that's how we roll here in the Hunt household. So, gosh, welcome everybody. I saw so many familiar names. Thank you again for being here. Sharon is here. I see some new names too, which is fantastic. Sheila Fisher, hey, the Sound of Music, yes, the hills are alive with the Sound of Music, yes, here in Austria, absolutely. I've always wanted to go there. It just looks absolutely gorgeous. So we've got Norma and Blanca is here. Margaret Chapman and Dixie and Beverly, so many people. Sandy is here. Elizabeth, IB Elf, I like that. I think that's so cute. Maureen and Jane and Lisa Relova, so many people. It's just, again, it blows my mind. I absolutely love that you guys take the time to do this with me. So, excuse me. My throat's a little scratchy today, so I hope you'll forgive me for that. I may be coughing from time to time. Anyway, and no, I'm not sick. It's, I think I've just been on the go so much that I'm just a little wore out. But anyway, I'm good. So today I thought I walked into my studio and I was trying to figure out what I was going to work with, what I was going to play with today. And off to the side of where I normally sit was some of my stuff from HSN, from the show that we did, the Christmas in July show. And I thought, man, I haven't done anything with those since that show. And I really, really wanted to, because I didn't get to make like a full-on card with them and really kind of play with them and have some fun. So I thought, I'm going to do that tonight. So the kits are still available there. I'm gonna kind of take you through them a little bit briefly, the one that I'm gonna play with tonight. And then I think I'm gonna use one of the other stencil ones on Tuesday, I think it is. So anyway, I'm gonna switch cameras and we're gonna get rolling. Okay, so these are mine. This is my set that I've started playing with. This one that I'm gonna be playing with today, I'm trying to remember what it's called. I think it's the Holiday. Oh my goodness, I'm having trouble remembering exactly what it's called. But if you go to HSN and you do a search for Little Darlings, if you search for LDRS Creative, you may or you're not going to find everything there. But if you do a search for Little Darlings, you'll find this stuff. And this is a stencil and stamp kit. It's actually, I'm sorry, it's a stencil and die kit. So let me see what comes with this and what doesn't. These are 2 different kits that I'm showing you, 3 different kits I'm showing you. So the first one is the stencil. It's a stencil and die kit, and it comes with 4 stencils in it, as well as an instruction sheet. And it's really, really super cool. Ignore the warning. We have to put this warning on all the bags that are over a certain size. That's just, it's like a regulation, and we're required to do that. Just, it's a suffocation warning is all it is. So just try not to put your head in this teeny tiny little bag, and you'll be good. Sorry. Yeah, don't put. Anyway, let's not discuss it any further. So you get 4 stencils in here, And they're all like winter and Christmas, and they're absolutely stunning. You get an instruction sheet in there, and then you also get this really, really awesome die set. And this will make your A2 card. And I'm going to walk you through all these. But I want to tell you something, because for those of you that are not familiar with HSN, I want to explain something to you. You get 4 6x6 stencils in here. And I'm going to cover this only because I thought about the actual cost today, and I thought, geez, oh Pete, this is an insane deal. So you get 4 6x6 stencils. I'm going to show you each one real quick. Now normally our 6x6 stencils are $6. All right, you get 4 of them in here. So think about this. That would be $24 right there. Oops, they're sticking together. So here's the first one. It's like snowy. And then you get this, oh my goodness, I have too many things. You get this really, really cool camper and the beautiful edges on these. I'll talk about these momentarily. And then this one, you could build a beautiful hearth, and you can decorate it with, you know, all kinds of beautiful garland. And here you can build trees, and you know, Christmas trees, and then you've got your borders here. So normally these would be $24. And then a large die set like this one, where this one gives you several different dies in it. I'll walk you through these when I play with it. But this would be like $35 for one of these big die sets and all these pieces in here. So what is that? Let's say that's like 60 bucks almost. And I think HSN has all of this right here for like 50% of that. So you're technically getting like your stencils for free, and then you're also getting a discounted rate then even on what you would normally pay at retail for this. So normally for this die set it would be 35 bucks, and for only $30 you get all of that. I don't know, I just think it's crazy. So I think it's awesome. And I know they do have some of these left, and I'm going to kind of play with these and show you what we're going to do with them. We also have this Making Spirits Bright stamps and dies. This one, I think it's called Holiday Spirits Bosom Buddies on the HSN site. And so you're going to get this really, really cute 4x6 stamp set with these gorgeous little kids, and then the coordinating dies. And then separately, sold separately, we've got some beautiful sentiment sets. And this one is the Making Spirits Bright sentiment set. I think that's the name on their site. But anyway, somebody's asking, are we on HSN Tuesday? Well, we were. We were. Yeah, we were. And it's I don't know what's happening. Anyway, we just got word today that we may not be. So I'm not sure what's happening. It might be added again. I don't know. I would say look at the scheduling. But I think what we were going to have on there on Tuesday was some of these kits from the Christmas in July. So how big is the rectangle frame die? It's an A2 rectangle frame die, so it's quite large. And I'm going to play with this tonight, so you're going to see that. So let me get rolling here, because I want to show you what I was making, or what I decided to make, or what I'm trying to make. We'll see. I was playing with the stencil already because I want to show you, I always like to get it started and show you like where we're going to go. Let me turn this brightness down a bit so that you can better see. I'm going to have to stencil it darker for you guys because it, let's see if I can go like this a little bit. Let me change, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to adjust these a little bit to see if I can get better coloration for you. I'll stencil it darker. What?
You want to zoom on it all? Or?
Yeah, we might need to zoom on it a little bit, but I think I'll stencil it darker because it doesn't, for some reason, all the light in the room, it makes it harder to see. So yeah, that looks pretty good. So this is what, I'm going to redo this for you guys. I'm going to stencil it and show you how I did it. And so we're going to have that gorgeous scene. I've already got my A2 card base. The A2 card base is 8.5 by 5.5 inches. And it's scored at 4 1/4. So we're going to fold that in half. So there's those two pieces. And notice it fits right over the A2. Okay. This was cut with that die, with the outermost die. That's why you see the stitching here. Now I've gone ahead also, let me grab the dies. We have 2 dies here on the outer side, on the outside. Let me open these up and show you. Because show you how it works. So I can use the largest die by itself, and I can cut this beautiful card topper. You can use this on its own. It gives you all that beautiful stitching. And I could be done with that if I wanted. However, if I want to grab the second die, there's no cut line on the outside, so there's no blade on the outside. The blade is on the interior where we have this beautiful reverse scallop. So if I nest these together and cut with these two together like this, I'm going to get a beautiful frame like this. And it's going to have that gorgeous stitching on the outside already. And it's going to have the scallop on the interior. So if I want to layer those together, this is what I'm going to get. And just look how beautiful that is. So they fit perfectly, and they're just gorgeous. So that just makes it go pow. Love it. It's gorgeous. Okay, so I am going to grab my stencils. You put these together, put these over off to the side a little bit. Oh, before I forget, I've already stamped and colored my images. I stamped these in, I stamped them on my Nina Solar White cardstock Classic Crest 110 pound because I was going to be coloring with my Copics. All right, so I went ahead and stamped a bunch of these little guys and just went ahead and colored them up for Christmas. Cut them out with the coordinating dies. That is this stamp set here. All right, cut them out with the dies. We're going to set those aside. And then from that main die set, this rectangle die set, we've got, let me turn this on the side, we've got a tag die right here that cuts this. It already cuts the hole and it gives you that beautiful stitching. So I went ahead and I cut that in white and in blue. We're going to see how that works out. I have a plan for it. We'll see how it works. And then we have this beautiful frame here that I cut in white. And one of the things that we like to do with our die sets, notice these are not all nested the same shape. You won't find us doing that. I mean, if we do that, it'll be a special circumstance. But I like to make sure that, you know, one of my pet peeves is having to buy 3, 4, or 5 different die sets so I can get a variety of things to work with. So we're very, very much aware that, you know, everybody works really hard for their money. And we want to make sure that when you make a purchase, you're making a purchase that allows you to do a lot with it. So that's why we give you so many different pieces in your die set so that you're not just getting the same piece repeated, and in different sizes. So we want you to be able to create a full card and mix and match and do a whole bunch of different things with one die set because, you know, dies are not cheap, let's be honest. Okay, how many different bundles? For Saturday, I think we've got, Saturday is the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo, so that's what that question is referring to. And we've got 3, let me think, we have 3 bundles for the cards that I'm going to be making on there. We've got the ink bundle that I mentioned the other night. And then I think we have a couple more bundles that you're going to have to stay tuned for. So what is that? That's 6 bundles, I think?
There were 5 or 6.
I think there's 6. Okay, so I'm going to set these pieces aside. And we're going to get crafting, because that is why we're here, right? So I'm going to go ahead. I've got my stencil. Now let me explain to you this stencil. Our scene building stencils will have multiple elements on one stencil. And you can use it in either direction. So I can do it this way or I can flip it this way. All right? We love to utilize the edges so that we can create really, really beautiful borders and easily create some gorgeous, just really detailed shapes and stuff. So this one happens to have snow on the top, on that border, and then we have some other snow worked in there as well, and some snowflakes. We've got 2 different types of trees. We've got the beautiful landscape of the hills, and then you can mix and match these however you want. You don't have to use it just in this shape. You can move these around. So if I want this tree to be up here, all I have to do is slide my stencil over here on my page. Then we've utilized the bottom border of this to create yet another hill. So this one is a little more steep. This one is going to be a little more shallow. So you can create a full winter scene, several different scenes with one stencil. So Ruth Ann is saying, do you ever make 5x7 cards? You know, I haven't, but I could. I should do that. I've been making, I used to make a lot of 6x6, and my favorite for some reason has turned out to be A2 right now, but I could certainly make some 5x7s. Maureen, Morena Madness. Oh, Alan, did you do that or did she put that?
She does that.
She does that now? That's hilarious. Oh, okay. I think it's hilarious. Who is Angie's favorite 80s band? Ooh. Well, I got to tell you, my favorite music was Pat Benatar from way back in the 80s. She was 80s, right? Or was she 70s? 70s into 80s, but Pat Benatar is like my absolute favorite. So, okay, I'm going to move on here. I've got a piece of stock here, cardstock. That is my blender card. This is what I use, Strathmore Bristol Smooth Surface. Somebody asked me the weight of this. It is 100 pound, but here's the thing. I would not recommend you just get any Strathmore 100 pound paper because they're not all the same. For blending colors together, like for blending inks, this is what I use and this is what I recommend. It's Strathmore Bristol Smooth Surface. Okay, we are going to carry these in the store. We're waiting for them to be delivered. So is tape the only way to mask your stencils? I don't think so, but I think it's the easiest way. Sharon's asking that. I think it's the easiest way because it allows me to, I can move that tape around. That's what I'm going to show you.
I've seen you use paper though.
Yeah, I have used paper if I just want to like kind of cover an area. So like if I'm going like this and I want to cover, I might use a piece of paper and just kind of put it here and stencil a little bit and then maybe move it over like that and stencil a little bit. I absolutely do that if I'm in a hurry. But I don't get, it's hard to get quite as detailed and specific, especially in smaller areas where I would like to when I'm working with the stencils. So I'm going to grab my colors here and show you which ones I have because I have 4 colors I'm going to be working with. I'm using my hybrid inks, and for those of you that are new, hybrid inks are a hybrid mix. So it's like a combination ink, I should say. It's a combination pigment and dye ink. Let me get these little guys out of the way. I've got too much stuff on my working space here. So your hybrid is a combination pigment and dye, and so it has a lot of the features of both, and it's a go-to ink. So I can pull that and I can use it for blending like I'm doing now. They blend together beautifully. Of course, you want to make sure you always have the right kind of paper, whether you're blending, if you're using watercolors, you want a watercolor paper. If you're using, alcohol markers, you want to have the right kind of paper for that, and so on. Your paper is one of your tools. So I can stamp on glossy surfaces. I can stamp on fabrics and all kinds of things. It's a go-to ink. Grab it for just about anything. So these are the colors I'm going to be working with today. So I've got my Little Boy Blue, Swimming Hole, which is a little more of an icy blue than the Marina Madness. This one is called, oh my goodness, I can't remember what it's called. Coffee Bean. So that's a real dark chocolate brown. And then I've got, this is Evergreen. And so these are the 4 that we're going to work with today for blending. So let me get this stuff out of the way. I have too many things here. Okay. And then of course I have my little blending brushes. I have one for each color. And so here's one of the others that I have, and it has Coffee Bean on it. And then these are my little makeup brushes. This one I think is a Picket Fence Studios brush. So I'm going to start with my Little Boy Blue. And I'm going to start with, make sure I have the right brush. I label them all so that I know which one I have, and I have one for each color. So I'm going to start with Little Boy Blue. This is an incredibly soft and pale color. It's designed that way, so you may not see too much of what I'm doing right now on the screen, only because it is really, really soft. And I want this to be soft. I want to have a little bit of a blue foundation. This is a color that I love to use in the background whenever I'm working with blues, if I don't want to have a pure white shine through. This is also a fantastic color to use if you want to do some no-line coloring. Because this color is so light, you can stamp your image with this. You can see your image a little bit, but then as you start coloring and painting, that color just kind of fades into it and you don't even see it anymore because it's so pale. It's just beautiful. So here we go. I've done a little bit of blue on the sky. And this is just because I want to dull the white that's going to be in the background as I start to stencil. I'm going to go a little bit darker so you guys can see it better. All right? So I'm going to put Little Boy Blue off to the side now. Now the next one I'm going to grab is, this one is called Swimming Hole. And now here's where I'm going to do, I've got my purple tape. This is ThermoWeb purple tape. And I'm going to go ahead, try not to cut myself, and I'm just going to tape off some of these areas where I don't want to get the ink, because sometimes I go a little crazy and I'm not really careful and I don't want to get ink where I don't want to get ink. So I'm just kind of taping over, or that's when we say masking, that's what we're doing. We're masking off areas where we don't want to get the ink. So I'm going to use this beautiful edge. Look at this edge. See how gorgeous that is? I'm using it upside down, notice. I'm not using it in this direction because I want it to look like the snow is falling. And I'm going to create a beautiful, uneven look because when snow falls, it's not perfect. It's not perfectly even. So I'm not going to tape anything down yet. Oop, I have my evergreen. Did you see that? I have evergreen. I don't want my evergreen brush. Let me get these brushes out of the way. I want my swimming hole brush. That's why I label them. So I'm going to get some of the swimming hole color. I'm going to go off a little bit on the page. And I'm going to very gently stencil just over the edge of that stencil. Just like so. And then look what happens when I move that. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that beautiful? So now I'm going to start angling it. This is what I was playing with. And it's okay if I go over an area that I've already done. I just start moving it around and kind of angling it a bit because I want it to be very uneven. I'm going to put some right in the center here. Drop this down a little bit to almost make it angle, almost like it's framing a little. See how pretty that is? It creates such a gorgeous border. But I'm being very careful to just get my brush on the area of the stencil. And some of this might be a little darker than other areas, and that's fine. Because I don't care if it's absolutely perfect. All right. See some areas in there where I don't have some, so I'm going to go in there again. Just move it around a bit. See how pretty that is? It just looks kind of blizzard-like. I think it's just gorgeous. I love it. So from here, I'm going to wipe up my stencil a bit. I'm just wiping it up with some water. And I only came down a little ways on it. I'm going to leave these on here for now because I don't really need them. But the next thing I want to do is start building my scene up from the ground. And I was thinking when I was doing this, I was thinking about where I wanted my hill to be and what I wanted in here and what I didn't. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tape down my image or my my card right now because I don't want it moving around on me underneath. This is a repositionable tape. It's from ThermoWeb. It's actually called purple tape. And now you're going to see me cut several of these little masks to mask off some areas where I don't want to get the ink. And yes, I'm sure somebody is going to be either saying or thinking that looks a little tedious, but you know what? Put some music on, relax a little while, and just enjoy the process. This is something that it's just, to me, it's just very, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for?
Boring.
No, Alan, my husband, it is not boring. It's like soothing. That's a much better term for it. Thank you. Much better. So I'm covering the areas where there's little trees and I don't want to get the tape. I'm sorry, the ink. And so I'm just kind of covering right along because I want to get these little areas here. I want ink in those. And this part, like I said, is a little bit tedious with the cutting and everything, but you know, I'm going to be reusing these things over and over again, so I'm going to be peeling them up and moving them. So it's really not that big of a deal. And then let me get one more here for this tree here. And I'm going to set that piece over there because I'm going to need it. So now I'm going to go back to my swimming hole, make sure I have the right brush. And I want to get in these areas. Oops, you know what? That one's not all the way off the page. So I'm going to put that right there. So I want to get ink in these areas right in here. I'm crossing my fingers because I'm hoping I got all this down where I need it. There we go. This is such a beautiful icy blue. There we go. I think that's going to do it. I'm going to leave that in place. And the next one I'm going to move over to is going to be the base of the trees. So I want my coffee bean, which is the brown. So I'm just going to lift these up. They can be reused. I'm going to angle them just a little bit because I want to frame that little base to the tree. And put this over. Make sure you cover up that blue because you don't want to get that brown in where that blue is. There we go. Now this one I've got music on. I mean, this time just goes by very quickly with this. And it's actually kind of fun. It's just relaxing. I get a little bit more here. I like to have little pieces too because then I can get them into the little areas that I need them to be a little bit easier. Let me get this one here. And then I've got one right there. There we go. But I have a tree that's right here that I want to cover up as well. I'm going to do kind of a tall, skinny piece on that one. Ooh, and I got some of the water, or not water, snow there that I need to cover. Get one more little piece right in here. Okay, so I have tape around framing those areas. Let me put this one right here just so I don't get that snow at all. All right, so I know it looks like a lot, but they can be reused, and it really serves a really good purpose. So I'm just using my coffee bean and getting that right in there. All right. So that's that. Oops. Now I'm only doing the evergreen trees. I'm not going to worry about, I don't want the other trees in this particular card. I just want the evergreens. So I'm just trying to wipe up some of that extra little ink there.
Are we going to have purple tape?
Yes, we are going to have purple tape. I'm waiting for
Giant purple tape?
the purple tape.
Purple tape?
Monster purple tape? No, I think the purple tape that I ordered, notice I've been cutting these. See how wide this one is? I actually like the thinner ones, and I think the ones that I ordered are the thinner ones because I'm always cutting this in half. So I tend to, here's the thing, because I do craft with everything that we have, I'm very, very particular, always have been ever since I started this business. I've always been very, very particular about the products. I will not put anything out, whether we manufacture it or not. I will not have anything in the store that I don't use or that I won't use. And that doesn't only speak to what the product is, but that speaks also to the quality of the product as well. So I'm incredibly particular about having really high-end and quality products, whether we're producing it or if we're just selling it. Does that make sense? I hope so. I don't want to supply you guys with anything that I would not be using myself. So that being said, I mean, I test everything. I don't have anybody else who tests it. I test it. All the the products that come in, because I want to make sure that I approve of them. Not that my opinion is the end-all be-all, but you know what? Again, if I'm not going to use it myself because I don't think it's a very good product, then I'm not going to put my name behind it. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Hope it doesn't sound, I don't know, like I think I'm it or anything. Because that's not the case. I just feel like I'm rambling right now. Okay, here we go. So now I've covered up all except for the green on the trees. And I use the same, little purple tape pieces too. And so now I'm grabbing evergreen because, well, that's what the trees are, right?
Is all your ink pads gone on HSN?
Are you asking me or is somebody else asking?
I'm asking. Somebody tried to find them. They're not out there.
You know what? I don't know. I haven't looked. The question is, Alan's asking me if all of our inks are gone on HSN. I do not know.
I'll have to use the coupon on Saturday.
I know that they were running very, very low on them last I checked, last I saw, but I don't know if they've sold out now. I know some of them were gone for a while.
I don't see any of them.
No? You're searching for Little Darlings?
I'm looking for Little Darlings hybrid ink.
Just do a search on Little Darlings and see if you find them. Okay, so there we go. So look how easy it was to do those trees. Super easy. I'm going to lift this up and you're going to suddenly see magic. Look how pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it.
Yeah, I'll see.
No, they're all gone on HSN?
I don't see any.
Okay, so now I'm just going to go through and clean these up off of here. And so how long did that take? I mean, half the time I was talking about stuff, right? So it really doesn't take a lot of time. Put some Fleetwood Mac on. That's another. Somebody asked me what is favorite music. Fleetwood Mac, Rumors, absolutely love it. All right, still to this day I love it. All right, now I'm all covered in tape. Let's get this off my hands. Okay, so at this point I'm going to wipe up my stencil a little bit, because I do not want to lay this over my card and get this color anyplace. You know, and it is a hybrid ink, so it doesn't dry instantly. There's going to be a little bit of a dry time there. All right. So the next thing that I decided to do is add in some extras. If you notice in here, we have these individual little snowflakes, and then look at those little circles. Those are like teeny tiny little snowflakes. So I decided to add a few of those in, just kind of here and there. And I've got this is my swimming hole, blue. And here's what I do. I literally just kind of go over it, just like this, right into that one. You know, I'm going to tape one of these off though, because I can see that I just know I don't want to get the really, really big snowflake there. So I'm going to tape that one off. That way I can get the other little one right next to it. I'm going to tape off the tip of that tree there too. And let's put this one over here. Actually, let me see. Where are they? Ooh, I see. There's a couple over here. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of tape in some areas just so that I don't mess up. And let me put this one right up here. There we go. So see how that just adds some extra little flair? It's just kind of fun. You can change the direction of them so it doesn't look like you did the same thing everywhere. Add some extra little, like there's two little dots over here, just so that it looks kind of free-form. Oopsie, I made a little mistake there. That's what this is for. This is my mono eraser because I got a little bit of ink where I didn't want it. There we go. Apply some pressure. It comes off. It's slow, but it does come off. All right, and then I'm going to take that blue and go right over that area. So it's the same blue. There we go. I could keep working that. It'll come off eventually, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. I don't think you guys want to see me do that for the next couple of minutes. So let's just move these in here. Let me do this one over here. There we go. Put another little dot right in here. So you just kind of keep going with it. And you know what, I'm going to tape off this one right here, that snowflake. I think it'll make it easier. Oh, you know what, I have ink on it. That's why I can't tape it. There we go. You know what I'm going to do? In this spot right here, I'm going to put a snowflake. There. What do you know? Looks like I did it again over there too. So let's put a snowflake right over that as well. Nobody will know. So cute. I just think it's really pretty. I hope you guys like it. The stencils really are super easy and super, super fun to play with. Do you have any questions, Alan?
Yes.
You want to tell me what they are?
I'm going to blame it on Charlene. She wants to see the cards for Saturday.
I can't. Charlene wants to see the cards for Saturday.
Work, so.
Oh, but you know what, Charlene? Okay, if you have to work on Saturday, I think by Monday, I think it is, possibly even on Sunday, I'm not sure, they will actually post, they'll put the videos up again. So you can watch the replay. They will put them on their YouTube channel. But I can't show you the cards. I'm not allowed to. So here we go. This is, look at that background. Isn't it so pretty? Oh, I just love it. I think it's gorgeous. I think my favorite part is this part up here because it just looks like it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous snowfall.
There's a lot of chanting of sentiment. Kind of like, what is that? What's that prison where they chant?
I have no idea, but Alan, I need you to die cut because I'm realizing this is not a die cut one that I did. This is not one that I die cut. So I need Alan to die cut for me. That's why there's no stitching on the outside of this one. This I forgot to die cut. So I'm going to have Alan run this through the machine so I get my stitching on there, my really pretty stitching. So I'm going to line this up. This is like my fudging it kind of thing because I'm not cutting it fresh from a larger piece of paper. So I have to line it up to make sure that everything cuts right. So I grabbed a piece of blender card that I already had pre-cut. So go ahead and run that through the machine for me. Thank you. Okay. So then next, once he runs that through, I'll put this one aside. We've got a couple more things to do here before we move forward. I want to do some sentiments, and let me grab my sentiments. It's this one right here. I've created a mess over here. Thank you. So Alan ran this through. Let's see how he did. There we go. So now I have my beautiful stitching on there. All right. Had I not already cut that down to size, it would have cut, the die would have cut it down to size because it's designed to do that. All right. So I have this piece. I have my little frame that I've cut. I have my two tags. One of them I did in white. Put the blue one aside. And then I have this piece here, all from that die set. And so I wanted to stamp some sentiments. And I was thinking that we could use this one here on the front that says, "May the season be merry and the new year be bright." And then Alan's going to have to grab a green marker for me. Will you grab like G... up at the top there, the bright one up in the middle at the top. 14? Right there, yep, 14, thank you. All I could think of was 24 and I knew that wasn't right.
Hang on, don't lose it.
It's okay. So I've already cut these. Now normally I would not cut these die cuts out first. I would stamp them and then I would cut them out. But because I didn't want to have Alan doing a whole bunch of die cutting, because I knew he wasn't going to be thrilled with that. And he's got to monitor other things. I thought that I would go ahead and cut those out. So this one says, "May the season be merry and bright." Ooh, let's see. I haven't stamped with this one yet, so it's a brand new stamp, so I might have to do this a couple of times. We'll see. I'm going to stamp it in my Raven because I have a lot of blue already on my card. And I'm going to be bringing a lot of red in. And so I want to use the black actually as an accent. Yeah, I'm going to do that one more time. I love this Raven because it's a really, really great black.
What's an infinite shaker?
What's an infinite shaker? I think I missed some area up there. I think an infinite shaker is where the entire front of your card is shaker. It fills up the entire front of it. So it's not just like a small little area. I could be wrong. If I am, somebody correct me, but that's what I think it is. I don't do a lot of shaker cards. It's not that I don't like them. I have issues with mess and glitter, and I already make a mess. Could you imagine me with all that? I have done them, but I don't do them often. Maybe I'll do one. I've never made an infinite shaker. That could be fun. All right, so we have, this is our tag, and then I wanted to do a different sentiment that could go on the inside, and I wanted to use this little frame. Let me get this back on camera. Somehow I ended up off camera. I think it's because we zoomed in. And so on this one, I thought it would just be very nice to put like Merry Christmas on that one. See if I can get that straight and not get my head in the camera. It's always a great thing when I don't get my head in the camera. We don't want you to see my roots right now. That would just be bad news. That would be a bad news bear. How's that? Anybody know that movie? Remember that one? Is that a blast from the past, huh? Did I just unveil my age when I said a bad news bear? I think I've told you my age already. It's another brand new stamp. That one actually did really, really well, but I'm going to give it another go, just to be sure. I always have to stamp them a couple of times when they're brand new. There we go. Merry Christmas. Little off center, but I think it'll be all right.
Do you know what time on Saturday, or are you going to announce it later?
Saturday, do I know what time? For Stamp and Scrapbook Expo, we will be on, I'll give you both times. It's 11:50 a.m. Pacific time or 2:50 p.m. Eastern time. All right, so they are in the Pacific time zone and we are in Eastern. So it's 11:50 a.m. Pacific, 2:50, and it's 5-0, not 1-5, it's 5-0. Like Hawaii 5-0. Will they be, where will the replays show up from Saturday? Oh, they'll be on YouTube. They will be on the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo YouTube. That's where they put the replays. Okay, so I think we have all the parts now. So let's go ahead and assemble this bad boy. I've even got ribbon. You know how long it's been since I've worked with ribbon? It's been a while. Oh, and before I forget, we've got some holly leaves on this one. So that's why I had Alan grab my G14. It's the same green that I used on the kids, the stamped characters. So I'm just going to put that in there. And notice I stamped it with the hybrid. I can color with Copics. I colored outside the line, but you know what? It is what it is. Okay, so here's a question. Let's see. So make sure my card is opening in the right direction. I can lay this down like this, and I can decorate my card. I can also put this on here. So I guess my question to you is with or without the frame. My plan is that I'm going to have these done together with ribbon and put them up here. I was going to wrap that around the outside, which I'm not so sure works really great with this on it because it'd be wrapped over the top of that. Let me see it without it. I kind of like it without it because I can see more of the snow. And here's the thing, we're going to have these little characters in here too. So this is kind of what I was thinking, is he would be like running and we'd have a bird and some of these guys. So we'd have stuff going on there. But it kind of leaves this space up here very empty. Let's see. If I go like that and I just use the one tag, it's not as busy. But if I use the two tags, they'd be kind of like that. And I could actually adhere them like that so you don't see too much. What do you think, guys?
Kathy Myers says without. Dixie says blue border.
I
wasn't paying attention, so I don't know what they're talking about.
You?
Maybe the tag inside. Sarah says maybe the tag inside.
Well, this one is going on the inside.
Sandy says with.
With the border?
Rosie says with. Sandy Patty says with the frame.
Okay, I think we have a lot of widths. I think we have a lot of widths. Okay, so we're going to say with the frame.
Yep, I think for the most part.
Then you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to wrap this around it. What I will do instead is just tie that little bit of string at the top of this, because I can't wrap it around with the frame on here. I don't think that would look good. So I will just tie it through this instead. So that, I think, will be a really nice compromise. That'll work nicely, I think. So, alrighty. Let's go ahead and start assembling. Alan, will you pull the camera back a little bit?
Yep.
Please?
Unzoom.
Yeah, unzoom.
Enabled anti-zoom.
We need like a button or something for that.
Yep.
So that you can control from over there.
You're trying to get rid of me, aren't you?
No, I want you to control the button,
Yeah.
goofball.
Trying to get rid of me. Replace me with a button.
Replace you with a button. All right, there we go. That does look really cute. All right. Now, I'm not going to do foam for this piece, for this layer, because all my little characters are going to be up on foam. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this right down. I'm using the stronger tape for this part. It's got to go this way, because remember the card has to open in the right direction. Let's lay that down. Like there. Excellent. There we go. Now, let's start putting these little guys on here. I'm going to need some foam. Where's my scissors? There we go. This is my foam. It's getting smaller. I'm going to go ahead and flip these over because I'm going to have all of these guys on foam.
Sharon is asking, do you remember Wonderama?
Do I?
Wonderama.
Sharon is asking, do I remember Wonderama?
Older than us, I don't know.
Wonderama? I do not.
Wonderama is a show.
I do not.
Children's television program. I do not either.
Children's television program?
Yeah, we probably didn't have TV. This is from 55 to 77.
Well, I was born in 68.
It was revived from 80 to 87.
Huh.
I don't remember it.
I don't either. I remember Schoolhouse Rock.
Yeah, I might not have had a TV.
You might not have had a TV?
Well, when I was 16, we had a TV. And I know when I was in first grade, we had a TV.
Yeah. Alan was, he was a, an army brat? Is that what you were? He was an army brat. His dad was in the military. And so they moved around a lot. All right, I'm going to actually put this on the outside of the frame because I think it's kind of cute. No boundaries, no borders when we're working here. I'm going to have him, this guy's like running to the mailbox. He's in a hurry. Look how cute. Wait a minute, where's my red one? I'm going to put the red one down low. I want to balance the color on the card. So we'll put him down here. Look how cute. And then he's like flying in. That's kind of cute. And then this little doggy. I don't think this guy's going to fit her, the girl. Here's the dog. He's just running in the snow. Oh my gosh. I don't think this could be any cuter than it is. I'm going to use her on the inside. So let's go ahead and put this on the inside. I'm not going to put any foam on the inside though, because I don't like it when the inside of the cards are bulky. Where can we put that? Is that center? It's hard to tell because I have a little bit of a glare. There we go. So I don't think, and I think it looks fine because you can see that stitching. So I'm going to pull this off of here. And we'll tape this one down instead. And I'm going to have her sit on the edge here. How cute! All right, we'll do that. Now we've got this one here. And let me get some of this. I have two different strings here. I've got string and then I've got ribbon. Cut them a little extra long. I always do this backwards. So let's see. Wrap those up. Fold them in half because I can always trim it. And if I go this way, no, I want to go this way. I go through here, so front to back, and then put these through the loop, a whole handful there. Did I do that the wrong way? There we go. Nice and neat. And then I'll trim them once I get these in place. So I want to see that little bit of blue back there. I'm actually going to put a little bit of adhesive because I want that to stay where I want it to be. Just a little bit of blue. Now this is not going to fit in an envelope, obviously, right? If I put this here, and that's fine. I'm not worried about it. Maybe I just put this on the gift. The card is part of the gift. I'm going to tuck that in there. Oh, that little bird's kind of in the way. Maybe it goes over here. Oh boy. I'm going to lift up this bird. See, this is what I go through. Lift up that bird. That can go right there. How's that? I could almost put something else here. I could even put a few more little snowflakes. That looks a little empty to me. That looks empty to me. We have to figure something out up there. I'm going to go ahead and trim these in different lengths. Oops. I don't know, I need something up here. Oh, let's see. Let me get my stencil. I'm going to do a couple more little darker snowflakes there. Maybe a couple of the bigger ones. Let me tape this. Well, we're running over time a little bit here, I think. It's just going to happen because I'm not happy with it. Get a darker snowflake in there, and I can do each of these too. See how that ends up. Just gives me a little more texture up in there, which I think
Bird. Maybe seeing a bird.
I could, except I don't have, I can't stamp one right now.
Red bird.
Yes, I could if I had time to do it. I just don't have the time. So maybe I'll add something in there. I'm not sure. Blend that in a bit. Yeah, I'll have to figure something out in there. Because the thing is both birds are going in that direction. This bird is sitting down. Who else do I have in here? Who else do I have in this set? See, this is all part of the process. This is how it goes, right? Oh, you know what I could do? I can't do it now, but I have like some little leaves up here. I could have a couple of those floating down. I could do a couple of different things in there. I'm sure I could figure something out. But anyway, this is where we are right now. And I think those actually help a lot. I think that makes a big difference, because it gives us an extra layer of dimension up there, which is something that we needed. Okay. And then, so here's the card, and then here's the inside. Oh, and then something else I would do is I would take, this is my Wink of Stella. I would probably do this on, this is Wink of Stella, which is a little bit of glitter. It's a clear glitter. And I would put this on my, my snowflakes. I could put a little bit of glitter on my birds. I don't think you're going to see them very well on camera, but on the little fur and on his, that's a little boy. And maybe on this little bird here. And then, of course, over here on the sentiment. So I think it turned out very cute. I do like that better. I think it came out much better having that little bit on the corner there. Very cute. Yay. All right, let me switch this camera back. Hey, everybody. I think it turned out kind of cute. I like it. I'm happy with it. Fun. I think that's like my first Christmas card, really. Well, the other one was a winter card, but Christmas. Okay, so we've got a giveaway to do. Here's the little problem, though. I don't have, because these are on they're on HSN, and so I don't have like a stash of them because everything ships to HSN. So the giveaway that I decided on today is actually going to be a day in the park. The stamps and the dies. So it's a 4x6 stamp set, and then the coordinating dies for it as well. So these are they're just so cute. Look at those. They're so much fun. I love them. I don't think I've used these with you guys, have I? Have I done this? I don't know. But anyway, so Alan's going to draw a name from all the comments that are out there. Let's see. Sarah Cothran? Sarah Cothran, you are the winner. Sarah, C-O-T-H-R-A-N. Sarah Cothran. We need you to, Alan, can you put the email address out there? Send an email to customerservice@ldrscreative.com, and we need your complete mailing address, and we will get these shipped out to you right away. Yay! Yay, Sarah! That's awesome. Here's the card again. So much fun. I think it turned out really cute. I'm happy with it. Very happy with it. Alrighty. So if you haven't done so already, I would really strongly encourage you to check out the Holiday Cheer stencils and the dies and all that stuff on HSN, because I'm telling you, the pricing that they have on this stuff is absolutely insane. And you can do so much with them. And I think next week I think I'm going to play with the what do we call it? What is the other one called? Let me see. I think it's the Everyday Fun is the other stencil set. And I think I'm going to play with that one next week, because I love working with these, and I didn't get to play with them all that much. So
They're still
What?
out there. I see
They
some.
are still out there? We still have some? Okay.
I think so. They're still out there.
Well, the price is fantastic on them, and you can mix and match them too. So like everything I did on this card was with the one stencil, but you can actually mix and use different elements of the different stencils between, you know, like mix and match them on your card and stuff too. So it's a lot of fun. So anyway, I think that's all that we have for tonight, but thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to check out the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo at home on Saturday. We'll have links on our Instagram, on our Facebook page, and our Facebook group. We're going to be on at 11:50 a.m. Pacific time, 2:50 p.m. Eastern time. It's 20 minutes, and I'm telling you, we've got a lot of stuff. I don't know how we did it, but we packed into 20 minutes a ton. So I'm going to be putting 3 cards together. We've got several bundles. We have a show special. The bundles will already be discounted. And then we have a show special, which is an additional discount. And you can use it on the bundles and all the clearance and everything too. So it's going to be a big day. So really, really good stuff. So anyway, that is it. Thank you guys so much. I absolutely had a blast. I hope you enjoyed my card. Thank you guys for helping me with it. Yay. So I will hopefully see you Saturday. If not, I will see you on Tuesday, hopefully again. All right. Bye, everybody. Have a great weekend.